Hello, Reject Nation. It's Greg Alba here.
And I'm John Humphrey.
We're going to watch the trailer for Disney's A Wrinkle, Winkle, Dinkle in Time,
Peter
people.
Dinklage in Time.
Peter Dinklage in Time. John, are you ready?
I am prepared for Oprah.
You read the book?
I read the book years and years
I
ago.
admire CGI more than most. Let's do this.
Right.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and
See
you're
with mine.
gone.
Whoa.
That's cool.
You were a top student. But look at you now. You can't keep using your father's disappearance as an excuse to act out.
Is that his work? Well, what's it about?
Your dad, he wanted to touch the stars.
That's the kid we were seeing next to in The Disaster Artist.
But the ant here wants to get to her other hand.
The quickest option is to walk across the street.
But it turns out a straight line is not the shortest distance between 2 points. Not if you use a fifth dimension.
It's outside of the rules we know of time and space. So, the ant arrives in my hand instantaneously.
So you fall into space.
More likely wrinkle it.
What? I'm so confused. How's this a kid's movie?
It's pretty sci-fi
We heard a crack
in a sense.
in the universe.
Who's alive?
We believe he is, and we're here to help you find him.
Like, is that Galifianakis?
Find searching warriors.
Warriors who serve the good and the light of the universe. You're kidding.
Do I look like I'm kidding? A little. I'm not. I'm not. Your father's trapped by an evil energy,
It's too strong for our light.
and the only one who can stop it is you. Be a warrior.
Do it, girl. Save the day. Look how slow that run was.
You know, like an
Wow.
apprehensive frolic.
This looks beautiful.
This does look pretty beautiful, I gotta say.
My love is always there, even if you can't see it.
Where's Michael Pena's name? They just showed him.
I trust you!
Yeah.
Sweet diggity.
That is a pretty dazzling trailer.
Chris Pine is taking it the most serious out of everyone in
Yeah.
this trailer, man. Everyone is in a Disney movie except for Chris Pine.
Except for Chris Pine. Maybe he's only going to be in a couple scenes and he felt the need to really make it last.
stand out. I'm just gonna play back her little thing about science. I've heard that clip twice now, and I'm still a little lost.
She's explaining how this fifth dimensional travel works. I heard Double Toasted talk about this earlier, and they brought this point up that other shows and other movies have used like the paper theory to explain this, where they'll be like, take a piece of paper, but what if you fold it and you poke a hole
in
through
it, yeah.
Yeah, it is that, but with a string and an ant. It's basically going like, if you fold the straight line of time, then you can just go from one point to the other. It's a very, 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 very simple illustration of that point. Interdimensional travel. They teleport from between realms.
Well, I'm hoping when I'm watching the actual movie, I'm not sitting there worried for the kids. I'll care less about my price of admission and more concerned about our kids following what's going on.
Well, that's
That's a very confusing thing to understand right there.
As I remember the book, it's a pretty out there and pretty imaginative, story. And the thing about these is that, in a book format, it works differently. Because, yeah, seeing some of this stuff come to life, you are like, this looks intense. This looks like there will be peril. There will be fight and, vigor. Yeah, it looks like it might be a little bit intense, but it also looks pretty gorgeous.
And something about the casting to me is kind of a turnoff. Like when you get like big actors to fill in roles for marketing purposes, like no one looks like they're doing something that's like, I can see why they got Reese Witherspoon here. I can see why they got Mindy Kaling here. I mean, Oprah seems like a little bit more of why I can gather why they might have gotten Oprah as being this like inspirational, motivational type of speaker.
She's an elder stateswoman of life. I guess guess I see where you're coming from. I feel like there's an instinct to do that when
A
you
lot
have,
of these
like,
movies do that. A lot
These
of
are
it, yeah.
centered around children, so we gotta pack that supporting cast.
Yeah, with adults. Yeah.
And we probably don't have to pay them as much because they won't shoot as many days as these kids will.
Or you do like those Alice in Wonderland films where it's about Alice, but no one knows who that actress is, so you surround her with a bunch of big actors who are like, can you just show up and do a thing?
Which celebrity are you going to spend the next 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
and
see
that's
where you're
kind of the
coming from
vibe I'm getting with this. Other than that one thing, I feel like this will probably be a really enjoyable film. I feel like Stranger Things has been a large contribution to the resurgence of like watching kids on adventures in like
Definitely.
dangerous peril situations.
It's had a helping hand for sure.
And it's nice to see a live action Disney movie that's about children having to deal with saving the freaking world or something like that. You know? Yeah.
I think Alice in Wonderland is actually a pretty good touchstone in talking about this, because my fears are that this movie will kind of become that, because, you know, it's very fantastical and there is a lot of CGI and there is a lot of, you know, like you were pointing out earlier, big name actors and
Yeah.
stuff. So I can see how a lot of things could go wrong. I do think they're using their effects and their resources to
The
make these
effects
things
look
that,
great. Yeah.
these scenes and scenarios that just
Yeah.
are mind bending, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's part of where that stuff works the best now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You could tell when there's real actors, and obviously you can tell when it's CGI and green screen, but it's believable enough for me where I imagine when I'm in the moment of the film, I'm not going to be like, this looks so fake. Like, I'm sure I'll be able to buy the situation.
I hope, because that's part of the problem with Alice in Wonderland for me, is after a while I was like, the same way that like if you eat too much sugar it starts to hurt your teeth, the CG starts to separate from the image and my eyes start to hurt.
Oh, look, there's a lot of CGI, man.
Yeah.
But it looks like they also threw down for some really good production design. Like, the costumes look great. I can't tell which backdrops are real and whatnot, but I feel like the costume design looks very real as opposed to watching a bunch of CGI characters.
Yeah,
Which I'm really
definitely.
happy to see, because even like, we keep comparing this to the Alice in Wonderland. I know Disney's done a lot more live action movies. When you see like even Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter, of some of him is like CGI.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't see that with the human beings here, which I'm glad. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Zach Galifianakis just looks like Zach Galifianakis. You know?
Yeah, exactly, and that's a nice thing. I'm cautiously optimistic about this, and I think Ava
Yeah.
DuVernay is really sharp, and I think it's cool to see her tackle a giant property based on a beloved book like this. You know, I think that's a cool step.
And if we know Disney, Disney allows you to have creative control if you're the director and to just do what you want to do.
Most definitely,
And,
100%.
That's what they're especially known. Honestly, the only one I skipped down on was Alice Through the Looking Glass. I, for the most part, enjoyed Alice in Wonderland. I enjoyed all the other live action ones. So there's nothing here really swaying me towards I'm not going to like this film. I'm pretty sure I'll walk out going, I enjoyed it. I might just chew it up and forget about it over the weekend. But
That's- yeah.
overall, I feel like I'll just enjoy the time. It'll be a good family film for people to see. But who knows? Maybe it'll be more monumental and more impactful than I'm getting from the impressions of the trailer.
Is it going to really deliver on, you know, the story? Is it
The
really going to
story.
deliver and become a classic like the book is? You know?
Whoa. Subscribe to The Real Rejects, people. Click that notification bell. You can follow us on social media.
Do it.
And if you're down for it, become a Patron eject today. Community over there on Patreon has been growing a lot in the past couple days.
Hey.
Like 20 new people came over. We make daily posts over on our Patreon. Try to stay in touch. We reply back there. Yada, yada, yada. So go
A lot
follow
of
us
cool
there.
peeps over
Pipe
there.